Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. So, today we're talking about Sun's transit into Cancer for July 2024. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the notification bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. Okay, now that I'm done with my spiel. So, we read transits from your Ascendant, your Moon, and your Sun signs. These are your Vedic Sidereal placements, not your Western Tropical. If you don't know your Vedic Sidereal placements, you can look them up on a Vedic Sidereal birth chart calculator online, or you can get a much more detailed birth chart from my website. Alright, so now that that's over, this transit's going to be taking place from July 16th to August 16th. And there will be a full moon, July 21st. And then we will have the new moon, August 4th. Alright, so we're going to jump right into it and, read it from every sign. Remember, your Ascendant, Moon, and Sun signs are the ones to watch. Because Ascendant is your overall path in life. Moon is your mind, your emotions. It's how you think and feel about your life. So it can often show how your life really is. Sun is your soul. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so, Aries, starting with you, like always. So, Sun, your focus has transited into the 4th house in Cancer. But, the full moon's happening first, and that'll be taking place in your 10th house in Capricorn. So, the full moon is the culmination of emotions. Moon is your mind and emotions, so now, mind is full, emotions are full. And this will be tied to the 10th house. 10th house is your career, your status, your fame. 10th house is your workplace, your managers, your bosses. It's government. It's your karmic actions that the world notices. So even if you're retired, this house still matters. So expect for something significant, especially emotionally, tied to these areas of life to take place when that full moon happens. But Sun's your focus, and it's transiting in the 4th house in Cancer, and there will be a new moon here. A new moon is a new cycle. New ideas take place. New ideas and new events. So you're focused on the 4th house. 4th house is home, land, real estate. It's your mother. It's your car. It's your comfort and happiness. So that's what you're focused on this month. And when that new moon takes place, expect a new event. Something significant tied to those areas of life. Alright, that's what I have for you, Aries. Moving on to Taurus. If I can not fail in clicking this. My gosh. Alright, there we go. Alright, Taurus. Oh, holy hell. Alright, so. Sun is transiting into Cancer, your 3rd house. But that full moon's happening first. So, full moon's taking place in Capricorn, your 9th house. Full moon is a culmination of emotions. Because moon is your mind and emotions. Now, 9th house is father figures. 9th house is teachers, mentors, gurus. It's higher education, like beyond a bachelor's degree. 9th house is long distance travel and pilgrimage. It's religion, philosophy, the law. It's publishing. So here we see there's going to be some emotions that come up regarding these areas of life. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're dealing with your father. Maybe there's something significant that happens with your teacher or in your education. Maybe you publish something. But these are just some examples of something that could happen during that full moon. Now, Sun is your focus, and it's transiting into your third house. And there will be a new moon taking place here. New moon is a new cycle, new ideas, new events. So on the day of the new moon, expect a new event. But you're going to be focused on the third house. Third house is younger siblings, cousins, neighbors. Third house is travel of all kinds, short distance or long distance, because it's 12th from the 4th house. It's the furthest place away from your homeland. Third house is communication of all kinds, including writing. Third house is media, social media. It's sports, it's art. It's your self-efforts. It's 8th from the 8th, so it's the higher form of sun ups and downs and transformation. Transformation through self-effort. Third house is also your skills. So this is the area of life you'll be focused on. Maybe there's something going on with your younger brother, your cousins. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're learning new skills. But there will be a new event tied to these areas of life on that new moon. Alright, moving on to Gemini. Gemini, Sun, your focus, is transited into your second house. But there's going to be a full moon happening first in your 8th house in the sign of Capricorn. So, the full moon is the culmination of emotions, because moon is your mind and your emotions. And this will be tied to the 8th house. So, 8th house is your in-laws. It's joint finances and relationships and marriage and business. 8th house is other people's money. It's sex. It's psychological baggage. It's the occult. It's research. 8th house is death, wills, estates, legacies, inheritance, taxes. Sun ups and downs and transformation. So there will be a culmination of emotions tied to this house. Maybe something is coming to an end in your life. Maybe you're making significant money through your relationship or through your business. Maybe you're learning something new tied to the occult. But these are things that you can expect to happen when that full moon takes place. Now, Sun is transiting in the second house though. So you're focused on this house, and there will be a new moon taking place here. Well, new moon is a new event. New thoughts. A new cycle begins. So on that new moon, there will be a new event or new ideas tied to the second house. Second house is your family, your earnings, your savings, your finances. Second house is speech. Second house is the face. So, this is the house you'll be focused on. You'll be focused on something going on with the family. You'll be focused on your finances. Maybe you need to see a dentist. These are kinds of things that you can expect to happen when this, transit happens and when the new moon happens here. Alright, moving on to Cancer. Alright, Cancer. So, Sun, your focus is transiting into the first house. But there will be a full moon taking place in your 7th house in the sign of Capricorn. So, 7th house is, well, first off, a full moon is, the moon is your mind and emotions. So, a full moon is when the mind is full. Emotions are at their fullest. So, expect something emotional tied to the 7th house. 7th house is relationships, marriage, business partner. It's all the people you meet out in the world. So, could be tied to a relationship, could be tied to business, could be tied to a large gathering. Now, Sun is your focus, though, and it's transiting in the first house. And there will be a new moon happening here as well. A new moon is a new cycle, a new event, new ideas. So, expect something significant when the new moon takes place. But, first house is you, your physical body, your health. It's your overall path in life. Everything concerning you. So, you will be focused on you. And there will be a new event tied to you, new ideas tied to you. Maybe this is your physical health. Maybe this is what you want to do in life. But it's concerning you. It's all about you. Alright, moving on to Leo though. Can't all be about you. Alright. So, Leo. Sun's transiting in your 12th house. And Sun is your focus. But there will be a full moon happening first in the sign of Capricorn in your 6th house. Full moon is when the mind is full. Emotions are at their fullest. Because moon is the mind and emotions. And this will be tied to the 6th house. So, 6th house is your maternal aunts and uncles. It's your enemies. It's your coworkers. It's your everyday work, everyday routines. It's health issues and accidents. It's pets. It's debt. It's your everyday work and everyday routines, if I forgot to mention that. But there will be a full moon taking place here. So that's when, there could be something emotional tied to this house. And tied to the themes, the areas of life that I've just mentioned. Now, Sun's your focus though, and it's transiting in your 12th house in Cancer. And there will be a new moon here. A new moon is a new cycle, new events taking place, new ideas. So, 12th house is bed pleasure, sex and sleep. 12th house is spirituality. 12th house is isolation. Anywhere you feel isolated, like jails, hospitals, asylums, monasteries. It's losses of all kinds, including financial. It's investing, because you have to temporarily lose money to make money when you invest. 12th house is foreign people, foreign lands, multinational companies. So these are the areas of life that you'll be focused on. And there will be a new event tied to these areas of life. So maybe on the full moon, you realize there's a health issue. On the new moon, you go to the hospital. That's something we could see with this. That is a possibility with this transit. But alright, moving on to Virgo. Virgo, Sun, your focus, has transited into your 11th house. But before we get to that, there's a full moon taking place in the sign of Capricorn, your 5th house. So, full moon is when the mind and emotions are at their fullest. And this will be tied to the 5th house for you. 5th house is children, romance, fun and games. It's students and subordinates. 5th house is education. It's creativity, arts, sports. 5th house is politics. 5th house is change of job, change of status, because it's 8th from the 10th house of career and status. So that's the transformation of the 10th house. So there will be a culmination of emotions tied to this house. Maybe there's something going on with your child. Maybe something going on with your education. But Sun, your focus is transiting in the 11th house in Cancer. And there will be a new moon taking place here. New moon is a new cycle, new ideas, new events. So on the new moon, expect for something new to happen tied to this house. And this is where you'll be focused on. 11th house is your elder siblings, your paternal aunts and uncles. It's your friends, your network circle. It's large organizations. It's your hopes, wishes, and desires. 11th house is stock market. It's financial gain. It's the gain of your career, your status, your fame, because it's second from the 10th house. So this is what you're focused on. There will be a new event tied to this house. Maybe you make a new friend, just as an example. But that's what I have for you, Virgo. Moving on to Libra. Alright, Libra. So, Sun has moved into your 10th house in Cancer, and Sun's your focus. But first, there will be a full moon taking place in the sign of Capricorn, your 4th house. So, full moon. Moon is the mind and emotions. Mind and emotions are at their fullest. Tied to the 4th house. 4th house is your mother figures. Home, land, real estate, vehicles, your comfort and your happiness. So maybe there's something going on with your mother. Maybe there's, getting a new home, renovating a home, repairing a car, getting a new car. Maybe you're just really happy. But Sun is transiting in the 10th house in Cancer. So 10th house is what you'll be focused on. And there will be a new moon taking place here. A new moon is a new cycle. New ideas, new events taking place, tied to the 10th house. 10th house is your career, your status, your fame. It's your workplace, your managers, your bosses. 10th house is government. 10th house is the highest house of karma. It's your karmic actions that the world notices. So even if you're retired or don't have a job, this house is still important. So expect there to be a new event taking place here when that new moon happens. But in general, you'll be focused on these areas of life. Alright, moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio. So, Sun is transiting in the 9th house in the sign of Cancer. But there's going to be a full moon taking place in Capricorn, your 3rd house. So full moon. Moon is the mind and emotions. So mind and emotions are at their fullest here. And this will be tied to the 3rd house. There will be something emotional that takes place. Or something that really affects your mind. And this will be tied to the 3rd house. 3rd house is your younger siblings, your cousins, your neighbors. 3rd house is sports, art. It's your skills. It's communications of all kinds, including writing. It's travel, both short distance and long distance, because it's 12th from the 4th house. It's the furthest place from your homeland. 3rd house is your self-efforts. It's 8th from the 8th house. It's a higher form of sudden ups and downs and transformation. Transformation through self-effort. So these areas of life, you are going to get emotional tied to these areas of life. Maybe because of some communication. Maybe because of some media that you watch. Maybe there's something going on with your younger sibling. But where you're going to be focused is where Sun's transiting. Sun's the spotlight. Spotlight's now on your 9th house. So, there will be a new moon taking place here. New moon is a new cycle, new ideas, new events. And this will be tied to your 9th house. So, 9th house is father figures. 9th house is teachers, mentors, gurus. Higher education beyond like a bachelor's degree. It's long distance travel, pilgrimage. It's religion, philosophy, the law. 9th house is publishing. So you will be focused on these areas of life, and there will be a new event tied to these areas of life when that new moon takes place. But alright, that's what I have for y'all. And let's move on to Sagittarius. Alright, Sagittarius. So, Sun's transiting in the 8th house in the sign of Cancer. But there will be a full moon taking place in Capricorn, your 2nd house. The moon is your mind and emotions, and here mind and emotions are at their fullest. Tied to the 2nd house. So, something that's going to affect you emotionally. And 2nd house is your family. 2nd house is your finances, your earnings, your savings. It's your speech. So, expect something emotional to happen with the family. Maybe you get emotional over your finances. Maybe there's an emotional speech that you make. But Sun is your focus, and it's transiting in the 8th house in Cancer. And there will be a new moon taking place here. A new moon is a new event. A new cycle beginning. New ideas and new events take place during a new moon. And this is all going to be tied to the 8th house. 8th house is your in-laws. It's joint finances and relationships and in business. 8th house is other people's money. It's death, inheritance, wills, estates, legacies. It's taxes. 8th house is sex. It's psychological baggage. It's the occult. It's research. It's sudden ups and downs and transformation. It's also surgeries. So, you're going to be focused on these areas of life, and there will be a new event taking place during that new moon tied to this area of life. Maybe you have a family member that's going to need a surgery. This is an example of something we could see with this. Alright, that's what I have for you though, Sagittarius. Moving on to Capricorn. Alright, Capricorn. 1 second, I need a drink. Okay. Alright, so Sun is transiting in the sign of Cancer in your 7th house. But first, there will be a full moon taking place in your 1st house. So, a full moon. Moon is your mind and emotions. Now they are at their fullest when that full moon takes place. And this will be tied to your 1st house. 1st house is you, your body, your physical health. 1st house is your overall path in life. So, you're going to get emotional when that full moon takes place. Could be tied to your health. Could just be tied to the way your life is going. But that's what will happen when this full moon takes place. Now, Sun is transiting in the 7th house in Cancer though. Sun is your focus. And there will be a new moon taking place here. New moon is new ideas, new events, because it's a new cycle. So on the new moon, something new will happen, tied to your 7th house, where you're focused. 7th house is relationships, business partner. It's the masses, all the people you meet out in the world. It's 10th from the 10th, so it's the higher form of your status and your fame and your career. So this is what is being highlighted for you. Sun is the spotlight. That's now being shined on your 7th house. There will be a new event tied to that when that new moon takes place. But alright, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun is transiting in your 6th house. But there will be a full moon taking place in Capricorn, your 12th house. Full moon. Moon is your mind and emotions. Now they are at their fullest. And that will be tied to the 12th house. Well, 12th house is bed pleasure, sex, and sleep. It's spirituality. It's anywhere you feel lonely and isolated, like jails, hospitals, asylums, monasteries. 12th house is spiritual people, as well as spirituality. 12th house is foreign people, foreign places, multinational companies. It's losses of all kinds, including financial. It's investing, because when you're investing money, you're temporarily losing money to make money later. But there will be a culmination of emotions tied to this 12th house. Maybe you experience a loss of some kind. Maybe you get laid. Maybe something good happens in your spiritual pursuits. Maybe you travel to a foreign, far-off place. These are just some examples of what could happen during this full moon. But Sun is your focus, and that's transiting in Cancer, in your 6th house. And there will be a new moon taking place here. A new moon is a new cycle. New ideas and new events taking place during the new moon. And all this will be tied to the 6th house. 6th house is your maternal aunts and uncles. It's your enemies. It's your coworkers. It's your pets. 6th house is your everyday work, everyday routines. It's health issues and accidents. It's service. It's debt. So, here we see there will be a new event tied to this house. So, could be you have some kind of health issue. You have to go to a hospital or see some healthcare professional. And then there's something going on with your health again when the new moon takes place. After that full moon. That's an example of something we could see here. But now you know in advance. You have the chance to do something about it. Hopefully. But alright, moving on to Pisces. Alright, Pisces. So, Sun is transiting in Cancer in your 5th house. But before that, there's a full moon that's going to be taking place in the sign of Capricorn, your 11th house. So, full moon. Moon is your mind and emotions. So here they are at their fullest. Tied to the 11th house. 11th house is your elder siblings. 11th house is your paternal aunts and uncles, your friends, your network circle, large organizations, large gatherings. 11th house is your hopes, wishes, desires. It's financial gain. It's the gain of your status because it's second from the 10th house of career, fame, and status. So it's the gain of those things. 11th house is also stock market. But here we see there's going to be a culmination of emotions tied to your 11th house when that full moon takes place. Now, Sun is your focus and it's transiting in Cancer in your 5th house. So, 5th house is, well, first off, there's also going to be a new moon taking place here. New moon. During a new moon is a new cycle. So, new ideas and new events take place during a new moon. And Sun shows you're going to be focused on this house. So, 5th house is children, students, subordinates. It's romance, fun and games, creativity, art, sports, media. 5th house is politics. It's education. 5th house is 8th from the 10th house. So it's the sun ups and downs and transformation of your career, your status, your fame. It can be change of job as well. So this is what you will be focused on during this transit of Sun in Cancer. And like I said, there will be a new idea or a new event when that new moon takes place here. Alright, but yeah, so that's what I have for all of you. But yeah, so hopefully y'all have enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out me and the channel to be notified whenever I release a new video. Be sure to hit the notification bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.